DG. So basically, let me will first welcome, and the AG is not joining us today, so we have the ZG, ZS, and we are here. In fact, there's no closed door here because I think all the members have joined, DG. It'll be a formal welcome from the president, and then we take over. They have the documents ready for us to present. And in terms of compliance, all the statutory dues and payments have been completed by the club. Once the president welcomes, they will present all documents to us. And also there's a PPT that they'll walk us through the projects. And if there's anything else, then we can have a Q&A question.
Wonderful. Okay. So let's proceed.
Yeah, President, all yours.
Yeah, so I think Ishwarji Parvati is ready with a small invocation. She is want to do it along with the students of MDS. MDS is Mutrayana Swami Totti village, where we are doing many interventions, including a government school. So Parvati.
Yeah, could you start the prayer, isn't it?
Yeah. Parvati?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
You can start the prayer.
Okay, ma'am. Just 30 seconds, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can we start, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gajamukane Ganapatiye Ninage Vandane, ನಂಬಿದವರ ಪಾಲಿನ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ನೀನೆ. ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಗಣಪತಿಯೇ ನಿನಗೆ ವಂದನೆ, ನಂಬಿದವರ ಪಾಲಿನ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ನೀನೆ. ಭಾದ್ರಪದ ಶುಕ್ಲದ ಚೌತಿಯಂದು ನೀ ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೂ ದಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಹರಸು ಎಂದು. ಭಾದ್ರಪದ ಶುಕ್ಲದ ಚೌತಿಯಂದು ನೀ ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೂ ದಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಅರಸು ಎಂದು. ನಿನ್ನ ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆಬಾಗಿ ಕೈ ಮುಗಿದು ಬೇಡುವ ಭಕ್ತನಿಗೆ ನೀ ದಯ ಸಿಂಧು. ಬೇಡುವ ಭಕ್ತನಿಗೆ ನೀ ದಯ ಸಿಂಧು. ಗಜಮುಖನೇ ಗಣಪತಿಯೇ ನಿನಗೆ ವಂದನೆ, ನಂಬಿದವರ ಪ್ರಾಣಿನ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ನೀನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
That's nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Parvati. Yes, Ishwarji, you can continue.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you. And I'm pleased to welcome DG Satish Madhavan this morning. And we had as part of District 3191, we are E-Club of E-Connect. As you all know, we are all connected from different places and different time zones even. And we had a great start of our club, chartered back in 2020, back in COVID times, where we contributed to the communities. And I would like to congratulate and compliment every member of our club for having contributed and supported the communities around your places. And thank you for looking forward to continued support and making our club stronger to meet our goals and aspirations in line with our Rotary International Club. So we'd like to present our plans and activities, and which demonstrates our goals. And I would like to take feedback from our DG and the district team to continue our Rotary goals in the coming months. And welcome all. Thank you.
Yeah, Subir, thank you, Ishwarji. So Subir will present this is what is the planned, I think. Yeah. Subir will present all the projects that has been done, and Ishwarji will take us through our future plans. Yeah, here we go, Subir.
Gitanjali, in the memory of the departed soul, would you like to have a 60 seconds pause?
Yes, yes, please, please, yes. Let's pray for the departed soul, and yeah, let's keep uh, a silence of 1 minute, please. Yes, thank you, everyone. Yeah,
Thank you.
yes, Subir, we can continue.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Ishwarji, Gitanjali. So DG sir, we'll do one thing that I'll take just maybe 5-7 minutes and give a brief about our club, the activities that we have done, some of the projects which stand out, and then I'll pass it on to Ishwarji for sharing a little bit more about the projects, the key projects that we are looking at. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So briefly, we started this particular our club, eConnect, in the height of COVID, and one of the key reasons that we started because it enabled us to participate in the Rotary events as Rotary activities, as well as, I mean, to support the local community the most because of being from Rotary. We started in the peak months. Okay. Now, our members currently are based out of our club is a very, you can call it a truly is a e club on, and people are based across the world. You're just mentioning that we have members here today who are present also, and people are based out of US. We have a member in Czech Republic also, and I'm also based out of Saudi Arabia at the moment. So this is the sort of a club, and we are getting inputs from all across the world, and we take up projects also across. Of course, many we take up in India, but otherwise some we take outside India also. Okay, and I would like to share that we as an online club, we believe that we are learning quite a lot of good practices from other online clubs across the world. And we had also participated in the yearly convention in Singapore, and we heard from the president and other folks that how our activities and the way we are actually contributing, the way we are operating is also becoming a part of the learning process for the whole club, and how the things may shape up in the years to come. Quickly, so I'll just spend a few minutes on the projects that we have done. And of course, we have done many more projects, but we have sort of taken out about 8 to 10 projects, which we can just quickly speak about. So some of the segments that we are working on are education, healthcare, and some other areas which are largely related to environment. Yeah. So quickly, if you can see, we have listed out 5 to 6 projects in education and healthcare. Some of the ones which we are doing big are one auditorium project. We have a Reach to Read program, English learning. We have done a project on laptop distribution to the schools in Karnataka and Andhra. We are doing a project in public health. So these are some of the projects, and I'll possibly talk about some 7 or 8 of them in the coming slides. Give a quick snapshot. We are not going too detailed, but it will give you a snapshot. Okay, so this is one. Also, we have listed out some of the projects which we are taking up in partnership with our own Rotaract and Interact Club. We have got William, who is doing an exceptional job of actually leading the youth brigade of our club. So we have listed about five, six of our projects. In fact, one of the project is going to be completed tomorrow, where we are actually painting the walls of the local MDS school. Okay. So, of course, they have done a good work. We have partnered with the Red Bridge International School, which is in the vicinity, and the students are doing a phenomenal work of doing work in the community. Okay. Okay. So, quick snapshot of all these projects. So this is one project which we are doing in Andhra, and it is being supported by our president and family. And we are executing an auditorium project, which is close to 1 crore of rupees. And we are setting up in one of the schools there where Ishwarji has been the student earlier, and his parents have been the principal in that school. He had been teaching in that school. So this we anticipate that this will be completed. This has been started a little while earlier, and we'll complete it by 2025, I mean June. And this will cater to the needs of the 300 plus student, and this will provide a avenue for holding a lot of events, social events, as well as educational events in that school. Okay. So now coming to this project, what we have is about Reach to Read project, which is in partnership with IT Nature Trust, which Gitanjali runs as a separate trust also beforehand, long years. So we have set up more than about 200 odd libraries across India. These are the libraries which we set up in the remote parts of India, remote government schools, and they are spread across Uttarakhand, Northeast, that is Arunachal, Manipur, Mizoram, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and of course Karnataka for sure. So a lot of libraries we set up, and these are typically 100 to 200 books, which are prepackaged in different languages, and enabling the students to learn more about other subjects than the core curriculum. And this project also involves in inculcating a habit of reading. So someone reads out those books. So I think that skill of reading as well as understanding is a big thing in the coming days. The third project what we are doing is, of course, is about spoken English. So this has been facilitated by our youth leader who is anchoring, Mr. William, and we have tied up with some of the local schools and the local communities where the students have said that their biggest challenge what they're facing is about English language. So we have also realized that language is one of the key, you can say, building blocks in the personality development. Once they know the language, they can actually build anything on top of that particular, that expertise. So we have one of our neighbors who is Mr. Vinky. He is taking a lot of interest, and he has been very influential amongst the youth, and they are teaching all the students to converse well. It is going very well. Okay. Yeah, laptop distribution. So we have actually taken up this project to distribute laptops in two areas. One is two are local schools here next to Bangalore, next to Bannerghatta National Park area, and 7 laptops are going to the school which where we are putting in the auditorium. So thanks to Mr. Mohan and team that this particular project has been successful. Okay. Yeah. So we are also supporting in the area of public health. So there is a educational institute in Mangalore which is called Yenepoya Medical College, and there is a Edward and Cynthia Institute of Public Health which is set up there. And we are working with International Rotary Club. There's a club in Gambia, and we have taken a student from Gambia, and we have taken a student from Nagaland. So one Indian and one international, whom we are actually sponsoring from our college, from our Rotary Club, to undertake the education, because we feel that public health is a neglected area, and it needs a lot of support. So we are actually, contributing our part to help build this institution, as well as support by way of funding their studies in this institute. You can see here in the picture our president and Gitanjali actually visiting the institution to take a look at how the education is there. In fact, the student from Gambia, who is in third in the line, is also there. And Dr. Edmund, who runs this institute, he's also our honorary member, is on the extreme left. Okay. This is one project which has been taken up, what we call is 1 million scans, and it is being spearheaded by Mr. Mohan here. And it is the essence of it is actually taking the pictures of face and applying artificial intelligence to identify, certain diseases which are on the onset phase. And that will, the benefit of it is the early detection of diseases, as well as reduction of the expenses of the health authorities, because earlier detection reduces a lot of subsequent downstream costs. Okay. Then we are having a program about distribution of wheelchair and other assisting technologies and devices. So we are doing this project with the Nimhans, as well as also contributing to the nearby society. So we are taking up with the Nimhans. Nimhans has told us that every month they have at least one patient who finds it difficult to get access to wheelchairs. So we are planning to support NIMHANS in this initiative. And we are also identified about five individuals in the vicinity who needs wheelchair. And in fact, we are possibly distributing it today. So that's in the unequal belt we have identified. We have also known about few people who don't need wheelchair, but some other assistive devices, which we are going to do. Okay. Yeah, menstrual health. Of course, this has been a big initiative of our Rotary Club, even the Bangalore, district. So we are spreading the word of menstrual health across the villages and schools nearby, and doing programs for the school-going children who are in the region, who are in the age bracket of 12 plus. Okay, in that area, and we have conducted already two programs, and our member Parvati has been anchoring those these sessions in the neighborhood. Okay, so we find that big part is that there are a lot of misconceptions in the society about menstrual health. Okay, and I was there in one of the sessions, and I realized that the young children believe that it is something wrong with them. Okay, so there is a lot of work to be done, and their knowledge is also going to help change the social attitudes about it. Okay, that it is part of the growth of the person, and it is not nothing to be shy about it, or to take the blame about it. So that's the way the society has evolved, but we are all doing to change it. Okay. Then we are doing a project in West Bengal, and this is about supporting one of the residents there, who is an autism autism person, and we are working to work with the community to fund at least one person throughout his life. So a lot of members have come forward, and we are trying to put together corpus so that at least one person's life can be totally taken care of. If we have the means, then we'll take some more. And this institute is very well managed. It's in Durgapur in West Bengal. Okay. And yeah, we have been there and we have seen it. It's doing pretty well. So these are some of the projects, and now I will, okay, one more is there. Okay, so this is about a body in Kargil. So Kargil is a remote location with inaccessible roads and places. So we are working with a team out there, and we are providing about 100 sets of medical devices for your prenatal care. Again, the BP devices, as well as fetal heart rate monitor. So we are providing them 100 sets there, working with the local communities there. So this is one project which is in the middle of it, and we hope that we'll be making a good contribution to the remote regions of that place. And one on the intersection of health, intersection of environment and education, is that we took groups of students from our neighborhood schools. About 63 students we took to Banerghatta National Park. It's an irony that the students who are in the vicinity of Banerghatta, they had never seen Banerghatta. Okay, and to expect them to grow up as citizens, environmentally conscious students is a stretch unless they are exposed. So we took students from multiple schools nearby, and here we can see Parvati and Gitanjali actually anchoring. Um, and we have our member environment chair, Ms. Rachana, who has also worked on this one and led this whole initiative. And this has come out very well because we got the help of the companies nearby who provided the transport, and then entry fee is also subsidized. We can do much better, much more going forward. Drinking, there are two projects which we are undertaking, so we don't have the picture now. We are just in the process of it. So we are actually taking up a drinking water project in one of the schools that is near the school, near the MDS school, so that village doesn't have proper drinking water. Okay, so we are in the process of setting up a facility which will provide drinking water. So the local panchayat has come forward, and they are making the building to house the equipment, and we will provide the equipment to the school, to the village. So this will get completed by September. That's our understanding. And we have already provided a water filter in that school for the children. Now we are expanding it to the larger village. And I think the good part, what we are seeing is that the the parents are actually now taking interest in the students' education, and the school is becoming very influential in the whole village. They are all looking up to it. Secondly, we are doing a school painting project, and which is there tomorrow, and it's anchored by William. And we have the Interact Club at a Red Bridge School, and that Red Bridge School art teacher as well as 30-40 of the students are going to come to the village, and they're going to paint the walls and insides. And the village people have come forward, and they are taking care of the food and hospitality. And that's a really good thing happening, that the villagers are getting involved so closely, and we see a change that they are feeling so much positive about the children's education, and the way the school is turning out to be a sort of a hub in the whole village. So these are some of the what you call projects that we are doing. And here, this is a snapshot of what we will do, and I'll leave it to Ishwarji.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Gigi. Any questions, I can address it later. Yeah.
thank you, Subir. And some of the ongoing projects, as Subir was mentioning, auditorium slash library, which is expected to be completed. We had some problems with the construction contractor. So I mean, we are learning through the execution of the projects and natural. There is typically the problems of what are all the problems we face. So we are continuing with that project, and biodiversity is another project, biodiversity park, which has been a passionate project for our club, where we have been maintaining it, sustaining it, and we are developing also in that a learning environment where kids and neighboring community can come into the park and learn about the various trees within the park and interact with the nature, isn't it? More and more. I think just earlier, Gitanjali was saying she is organizing a lot of such nature interactive for the community, people around. And the passion you could see in our club is how this biodiversity park came about is a clear interaction with the community, the local people who are living there. We have partnered with them. Literally, we have partnered with them, and they have come forward, given the space, and we provided this diversity park. We planted it, we are raising it, we are maintaining a gardener, and we are doing a lot of work there. So there is a lot of passion around, and the community is truly benefiting there. The spoken English program, which Subir was talking about, is another a good program, a foundational program for the kids. That too, a government institutes where they don't have a lot of support. You can see that we have provided a teacher who is funded by our club there, and we are providing these English lessons, the interaction with interactors and other people go there. So there's a lot of effort of multi-channel help to that school to flourish and make sure that the village kids are truly having that platform equivalent to any other school in the privileged schools that are around. That's our objective there. And standalone, of course, the capital projects is lake rejuvenation. We are just considering it. That's a big project. I know we haven't yet made too much of progress within identification and funding yet. But water filtration plant at that same village, again, there is a very good collaboration between the villagers, the panchayat, local, administration, and the village and the school teachers. There is a big collaboration around this. We are trying to provide a facility that is self-sustaining in the long run. This filter they themselves will maintain it and run it. So it's a very good project that we think it will be a pilot project that can be replicated in other villages. And dialysis unit is another one we are planning, with Subir is driving that. And of course, the other small projects. But there is one big project that we had presented earlier, DG, the public health education, Master of Public Health Education. We wanted to sponsor about 40 students per year for 5 years, so that we can have a public health educated master's MPH program graduates across our Karnataka. In fact, our ideal vision was every club to sponsor one student, so that across Karnataka we have more and more public health awareness professionals, and the level of public health would be much more, and it would grow much faster, and the communities will benefit a lot. That was another one. We are looking forward to your guidance there. I know last time when we met, you gave us the advice on that you would working on an endowment at an international level. We are looking forward to that type of support there. Yeah. So these are some of the highlights of the projects. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ishwarji, taking us through the future plans. And now I request, we'll have a couple of our members, because it's a weekday, I think, but we still have a couple of members, new members joined us. So we want them to know who our DG is. Requesting William, please introduce our DG to our members, please.
Sure. Thanks, Gitanjali. It's a distinct privilege for me to introduce the DG to everybody. Satish Madhavan is a charter member of Rotary Bangalore Rajarajeshwari Nagar Centennial. He will serve as the District Governor of District 3191 for the year 2024-25. Satish's Rotary journey began all the way in 2004-05. And since then, he's held various significant roles, including club president, assistant governor, zone governor, district secretary, district conference chairman, director of publications, club services, awards and recognitions, and the secretary of bifurcation committee, amongst many others. As club secretary, president, he successfully led his club to win the Best Club Award and the Rotary International Presidential Citation under President Ray Clemenson. His efforts earned him the Star President Award and the Excellence Award in 2010-11. As District Secretary, he received the Outstanding Service Award and the Go-Getter of the Year Award in 2015-16. Additionally, he was honored with the Champion of Champions Award by Rotary International President Ravindran and the Rotary Avenues of Service Award from Rotary International. Professionally, he began his career with Black & Decker as a marketing officer and later transitioned to the ready-to-wear apparel industry in the 1990s. He has worked with a lot of major leading apparel retailers in Europe and the USA, holding positions at Peek & Kloppenburg, Netherlands, and Associated Indian Exports. He now runs his own firm, which specializes in sourcing apparel and home textiles for overseas clients. He has worked with clients such as Adam Children's Wear, Wallace Fashion, Kmart Corporation, Sears Roebuck and Co., and Dollar General Corporation USA. He is a widely traveled person bringing a global perspective to all his endeavors. With a keen eye for design and passion for reading, he continually seeks to expand his knowledge. In his leisure time, he enjoys the competitive spirit of badminton and the strategic finesse of snooker. Born to the late Srimati Sarojini and Madhavan Nair, Satish's early education took place in Kolar Goldfields and a college in Bangalore, where he completed his bachelor's in commerce from Bangalore University. He is married to Sushita, a dedicated and accomplished individual with a bachelor's in education and a master's in entomology from Calicut University. Together, they have raised two sons, Aditya and Aryan, both business management graduates. Aditya is now making his mark in strategic consulting at Wipro, while Aryan, as a brand consultant, is thriving at Whitespace. He firmly believes in the quote by Simon Sinek: leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge.
Thank you so much, William, for introducing our DG to the club. And I now request DG to go ahead and inspire and address our club members, please.
Thank you, William, for that introduction. I think William has been a little charitable with his introduction this morning. Thank you so much. And thank you to President and an honor to meet our club's First Lady, Lalita ma'am. Thank you so much for joining in. This club is very unique when you compare with all the other clubs that I have in District 3191. One is I get to meet very few of your members. The other aspect of the club is the nature where you have people from all over the world being part of this club. I think it's the first time that we also have a president who, is remotely providing excellent leadership for the club. There are a couple of times when president was in town and, but we still couldn't manage a meeting. So that is something that I request the president that when he's here next time, we should meet and give us the privilege of probably having lunch or dinner
Sure.
with us.
Absolutely.
So I just heard that, we had people, Subir is in Saudi, Ishwar is in the US. I also heard somebody in the Czech Republic. So who's in the Czech Republic?
Because of the timing, she has not joined. She's a Czech Republic. She's a European, Eva Blakova.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And she's a big supporter of many of our projects, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So I had a very close association with that country because I used to travel to that country for almost about maybe almost 12 years to work with some Czech companies very closely. So, and that's a country I love. So I'd love to say hello to her, but then I will take her number from you all and maybe connect with her later. I didn't know that I had a member who's from a country that I enjoyed visiting, working with.
She will be very happy, and she's a great India lover, and she loves to meet Indians.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think I'll connect with her. I used to go to this place called Liberec in the Czech Republic, very close to the Polish and German border. And I have some great memories of traveling all over the country, driving with another friend of mine every weekend. And I used to spend at least, 3 or 4 trips every year. And almost every weekend was exploring the country.
Oh,
So
wonderful, wonderful. She visits India every winter. In fact, this winter when she comes, we'll definitely make her meet you, and
yeah,
and if you're going I mean in the coming days, to take her number. Anyway, she's listed on Rotary.org. Also, you have all her details. So please do visit and meet her.
wonderful. So friends, I'm very happy that all of you all have joined today, and very interesting the kind of work you're doing, especially when you're all sitting in remote locations. Now, even for clubs, the traditional Rotary clubs, having to do something in the communities that they are present, where everybody is around, is still a difficult task these days. People, find it very difficult sometimes even to come for regular meetings. Now, that's the nature, or that's the animal that we are all, kind of living with. Uh, I don't know if I have to put it down to distractions, or I don't know if it is the fast paced life that we all lead. I don't know if it is competition, but people trying to find time to do something good is now becoming very rare. And in this, if you, each one of you sitting in different places, are finding the time to do it, then I think, I have to really big salute to each and every one of you all for this wonderful work that you're doing. So I was quite impressed with the president's auditorium and library project, which I think, which part of Andhra is this being executed?
Kadapa, it is Rayalaseema, Kadapa area. Yeah, it's a village where my family and all my siblings, my parents, my wife's parents and family, all of them are in the Jilla Parishad High School is where we were all studying when we were kids. So, and my dad also worked as a teacher and headmaster, and we thought we should do something back again because the school did not have any. When it rains, they're still running into the classrooms, and and so we thought it's a good investment there for the next at least 50 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is typically a project that could have been a great global grant project, if you ask me. When did you all start this?
We started back in 2023. By the time we got almost a year, by the time the government gave us the site and the permission and everything, we started last year physical construction after the permissions. Yeah, sometime February, March of 2024.
So June, you're expecting completion.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Maybe I think all of us should travel to Kadapa and see this wonderful project.
Sure.
Would you be here, President, at that time?
I think I'll be there. Yeah, to inaugurate and please definitely invite. Yeah.
People. So let's see if we can all be there and support this wonderful effort that you made.
Sure.
Maybe we will also figure out if there is something more that we can add.
Oh yeah. Same thing. Library. We were Mohan sir was suggesting how we can digitize the library, and in fact we procured 7 laptops. Those are for that library itself. Yeah, from the.
Okay. So.
And one more thing I want to add, that this is the entire architecture is very eco-friendly. So
nice.
yeah. So that's a uniqueness of the project.
Yeah.
Lovely. So similarly, all the other things. In fact, Mohan Ramanathan is part of my team from your club. I also have another member of your club who works very closely with us, Raghu Banur.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's joined today. So Mohan and me, we keep discussing a lot of projects, and I know the kind of work that he's been doing over the years. So the club's contribution to the district in terms of leadership and in terms of ideas and projects is amazing. So I want to congratulate you all for that. Now, given the nature of your club, I was also thinking that, I should also hear a couple of your members expressing their, experience of being part of this club. So I'd like to listen to at least a couple of them, talk about their experience of being part of this club. It'd be interesting for me to know. Right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Is
yeah.
that okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, of course. We have Arindam. I think Arindam is here, right? Arindam, he's been with us since the beginning. And we have Maushmi is our new member. Rachana is driving our environment project. Yeah, Parvati is a new member. William, of course, taking charge of our youngsters. So all of them are. Please go ahead and you can say your experience being part of our online club.
Yeah. Just maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, very
Yeah,
short. Because see, normally in a GOV, I have interactions with club members,
correct.
and I meet them physically. So I don't want to deny eClub, eConnect the opportunity. So let me hear a couple of them. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Any of you all open to
yeah.
everyone, including
Maushmi,
comments.
Maushmi, you can start, yeah, because you're the new member. Are
Sorry,
you?
the microphone. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Dr. Maushmi from Mumbai. I'm a practicing homeopathic physician, and also I am a counselor in the field of mother and child health care, where I work as a counselor for various hospitals, right from pregnancy to childbirth. So this is basically my main profession, and currently I'm very happy joining eConnect. I was a member of Rotary Club of Ambernath earlier and a Rotractor since year 2000. So I have been in the Rotary movement since year 2000. Like, so I have handled various projects in the rural urban areas. Basically projects dealing with health education, so seminars and uh, presentations in the villages and training of the community health workers. Certain things I have done in my tenure. And I've also been a polio chairman during my Rotary and Innerville year. I was also a member of the Innerville Club. Uh, so currently, because of, I feel in my club, basically reason for changing was I was unable to attend physical meeting due to my career schedule, and I at the same time I never wanted to quit Rotary because it's a noble association. So I was very happy to find eConnect. In fact, after joining, Gitanjali madam guided me along, and I was so happy connecting to her. She's very encouraging. She motivates me a lot, and all other members also. I have started meeting slowly online, so it's really good being here. Thank you.
Gitanjali ma'am has been the lifeline for all of us.
Pardon?
That's very kind of you to say. No, no,
In
I'm
fact,
just ordinary.
I keep disturbing her over the years. Sometimes when I call her, she says she's in Nainital, she's somewhere there, here.
So William was also, like he's with us for almost a year now. Yeah. So maybe he'll be able to express his experience. And he's a new, he was not a Rotarian. Moshmi was a Rotarian. So probably William, you can say a few words.
Sure. Hi. So, in professionally, I run a legal services firm and a fintech organization. Uh, like the, I came to know about Rotary through one of my friends, right? And the reason I got excited was, he used to keep telling me, "Hey, we do this kind of activity. There's a project like this happening." And he used to just say that it's all being run by just 20-25 people, right? And it just didn't sound possible. I mean, such a small group doing such massive things just didn't make sense. And I just said, hey, maybe just introduce me and, let me just see how all of this is getting done. And then once I joined, I got to interact with people like Ishwarji, Gitanjali, Subir. And that's when I really understood it's not, the Aam Aadmi making things happen. It's like really qualified, dignified individuals with big networks who are running this entire show, right? And and then of course I got the distinct privilege of picking up the responsibility of the interact clubs, and the best part is it's a self-driven organization, right? Everybody who comes in, they are maybe 10x more excited to do things than me, right? I feel like I'm always the guy who needs a prodding, whereas the people that I work with, they're all super excited about bringing in new ideas, getting things done, right? So yeah, I mean that's what is getting keeping me excited, right? And of course I'm loving my time here.
Wonderful. Yeah. Anybody else? Feel free. I mean,
Arindam, are you there? Arindam is there. Maybe he's one of our good old member.
No, Arindam might be on the road to office, so
Oh,
I
is it?
don't know
Okay.
whether he will be able to. But Arindam, if you are there, if you would like to, chip in, most welcome. Or Rachna may be there, Rachna ji.
No,
If you
Rachna
are
is
around.
also, Rachna is also busy with her path. She just messaged me. She's online, but probably she won't be able to engage because due to her father-in-law's health. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else is there? Just check there.
We have Mohan sir. Yeah, Mohan
Yeah,
sir.
Mohan sir is there, right? Yeah.
yeah. Let's go for more. Yeah.
Yeah, I joined 2 years back, where I was looking for a club which will not restrict my physical presence because I keep traveling. And so then I heard about this e-connect, even though there are so many e-clubs. And I put three conditions. One is that it should be virtual connect as much as possible. And two, it should be a global club so that we can have multiplicity of or multiple people from various regions, so we understand their requirements. And three, doing project also beyond our region. So these are the three conditions. And Gitanjali told me that, Mohan, we meet all your criteria, so why don't you just step in? So that is how I joined. I keep telling others also, this is one club where the meeting, whatever time we have, 8 to 9 or whatever, 1 hour or 1.5 hours, we don't have any other, agenda other than projects. So it's a very nice experience for me, because all other places, that is also needed. We have a lot of these gossips and exchange of other things and talking about the movies, talking about this. Whereas here it's totally professional. That's one. Other thing is, even though we all meet remotely, I think I know everyone, and I'm sure that even everyone is feeling that way, that we connect to each other because we all have the opportunity to talk in every meeting. So that's a quick impression of mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice. Anybody else? Before I start.
I also should add here, some of the projects are very unique. DG, we are one of the clubs who is working with animal-human conflict. Those kind of projects I don't see so easily because, most of the projects are restricted to the region and we don't have opportunity to do this. So there are a couple of projects with very impressive. One is this human-animal conflict. Other one is in Kargil and in some other places where there is a rare requirement. Last year, actually, we did a project for border forces to have a webcam to ensure poachers are not there. Now, those are the kind of nice projects that come up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
We have Lalita ji as well as any other folks that are saying.
Yeah, so
Parvati, you are also there.
Parvati, you can, I mean, she feels a little, but I always encourage her, whichever language she is comfortable, she can speak. Parvati,
yes,
you can speak in Kannada also.
I understand. I speak about 5 or 6 languages. I still don't know how many exactly, but I also understand one extra language as well.
Yeah, so Parvati, you can share your experience, please.
ಹಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
Morning, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಅವರೇ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ನಾನೀಗ ಒಂದು 4 years ಇಂದ ರೋಟರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸೊ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ NGOs ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ NGOs ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಲಾಭಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ, ಶಾಲೆನ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ರೋಟರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಭಿಮಾನ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೀ ಶಾಲೆಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಊರಿನವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈರ್ ಹಾಕೊಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಊರಿನವ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈರ್ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೂ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುವಂತ ಅಂಶ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನೀರ್ ತರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ 2 kilometers ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ನನಗಿಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೋಟರಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಈ ತರದೊಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕುಡಿಯೋ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಕೊರತೆ ಇತ್ತು ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಇಂದ ನೀರ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಇವರೇ ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ಟೆನೆಲ್ಲ ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ನಾನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಗಂತೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಖುಷಿ ವಿಷಯ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ರೋಟರಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನ್ಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಅಂತೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಬನ್ನಿ ರೋಟರಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ. ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೂ. ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸುಮಾರು ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಲೇಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಪೇಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನೇನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳಾಗಿತ್ತು, ವಿಂಡೋಸ್, ಡೋರ್, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಟ್ರು ಸರ್. ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಹೀಗಿರುವಾಗ ನಾನು ರೋಟರಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ತಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. ನಮ್ VM ಸರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಒಂದು 40 ರಿಂದ 45 ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾಳೆನೆ ಸರ್ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಾಳೆನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದ್ದಂತ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಕಲರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಸರ್, ಅವ್ರ ಟೀಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೋಟರಿ ಟೀಮೇ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಖುಷಿ ವಿಷಯ ಸರ್. ಯಾವತ್ತು ನಮ್ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ ಮಕ್ಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫೀಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಗಳಿಗೆಗಳು.
ಮೋಹನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಸರ್, ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ನಿಮ್ಮಂತವ್ರಿಂದಾನೇ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಶಾಲೆಗಳು ಮೇಲ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ.
ಮಾಡುವ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ನಾನು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೋಟರಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್.
Sure.
So Parvati has been sort of a volunteer, sort of a center of all the activities at Mutrayana Swami Doddi School, and she was driving many of our projects on the ground. So then we thought, we told her, you are doing so many things, why not join Rotary as a member? So she's a brand new member, I would say. So, but a very fast learner. So I'm sure, we need people, motivated people like her in our club. Yeah.
Wonderful. So let's listen to Lalita ma'am before I start speaking. Maybe she has something to share with us.
Mm, I don't know what to share. I did a little bit trash picking for some time.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that together. We went around the streets and did the trash picking. So she was very driving that project for us locally. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
You
Here
all
it
live
is not that much trash, but I do pick a lot of trash in America too.
wonderful. But you live in California, right?
Yeah. San Jose,
Ah,
San Francisco area. Yeah.
entrance the Bay Area.
Yeah.
We had a guest yesterday from the RI president's representative for one of the programs. He is from the Bay Area.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so friends, good. Thank you for this wonderful interaction, and pretty impressed with the kind of work you're doing. So, two things off the bat. Very happy with the way the club is taking up projects, being e-club, connecting people from all over the world. This is exactly the reason why Rotary moved away from, when they moved away from a traditional club model, and when they introduced a virtual model of clubs, this was exactly the idea that Rotary had in mind. Now, every club that is that took the virtual route has maybe not been so successful, because most of them were people who belong to local communities trying to do a virtual club. But having said that, success is always measured by the impact that you're able to create. And I believe that however insignificant others may feel that an effort is, for me, every effort is as significant as it can get, because even if when you touch one life, it actually matters, my friends. Now, Rotary has been doing this for the last 120 years. We've been at the forefront of change in most, I would say, about 36,000 communities across the globe. Now, this kind of reach and this kind of impact, I don't think any other organization can claim as effectively as the work that Rotary does. Now, for 100 years, we've been more or less very quiet about this, because ours is a membership organization. So we place fellowship, or rather friendship, as we call it in India, as the basis for everything that we can do later. So over a period of time, we've also eroded that basic fundamental nature of Rotary, and we kind of moved into this one where we place service before friendship. So I don't want any club to lose sight of the first fundamental nature of Rotary, and that is your friendship amongst the members and beyond. Now, in that aspect, I would still suggest, it's just a suggestion, is that Rotary eConnect should probably look at least one meeting once in 6 months. It could be a neutral location for everyone, need not necessarily be in a place like Bangalore. It could be some place where all of you all can have a get together, spend 2 or 3 days together. It could also become a kind of a brainstorming session for all of you all. Look at what you can do for the next 6 months. That would make a big difference, my friends.
Sure.
So even if you'll do that once in 6 months, 2 meetings a year, I think it will make a big difference. So that's something that I think you can do. Second thing is that expansion for a club like eConnect is almost, I would say, infinite is a very strong term for this, but I'll say that the possibilities for expansion is huge. Right? You can have people from anywhere across the globe. But you need one thing which I feel would drive that kind of expansion. So what is that one thing is that you should have a good service product. I'm not calling it a project anymore because I'm calling it a product because that is something that will attract people to you all. Now, I said I'm very impressed with the auditorium project that President has done. Similarly, on the same lines, about 8 to 10 Indians living across the globe, they came together to start an organization called OSAT. I don't know how many of you all know about it. OSAT literally expands to one school at a time, right? So they pick one school, but when they are done with that school, it is probably better than most private schools. They focus their entire energies into delivering one school, which will probably take care of the next 2 or 3 generations of people who are going to come and, maybe more. I don't know. I'm saying that even if you give a school a life cycle of about 30 or 50 years, you're still talking about comfortably supporting many, at least a couple of generations. So similarly, on those lines, you could probably look at something which, can be replicated across not only in India, but also in other parts of the world. Why should it be only India? There are other parts of the globe which probably is in more need than India at this point of time. It could be Africa. It could be many South Asian countries. It could be Philippines. It could be Sri Lanka. It could be Bangladesh, Laos, Cambodia. So many places, so many parts of the globe which need help. So it could be anything, and there you can again attract members to come into your club. Now, why I'm saying that you need a good product is that you will be able to attract people, and it will change the nature of your club's focus. It will give you a wider, membership profile and growth. And that in turn will help this club become better. And after that, you can have many smaller products. That's never a challenge.
All right.
So what I would suggest is that one is look at one product. This auditorium for rural schools can be an excellent idea. It could be small auditoriums where in schools. So look at that. As you go forward, you can also have other products that are going to come in from other countries. Like today, we have something called as programs of scale grant. A programs of scale grant is given to people can apply. Not people. I'm saying clubs can apply for that, and it is awarded by RI, Rotary International, where no global grant, nothing is required. Every year they award one grant, and the total grant amount is $2 million. So the fourth such grant was awarded to India last year. Right? So look up programs of scale. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it on this platform, but please look it up. That can be an interesting area for you all to work with. Friends, every aspect of Rotary is focused on doing something for the communities that we live in. So whatever we do, it's a means to an end. But I also want you all to understand that Rotary as an organization, it also needs our support. So there are two critical areas that needs our attention. And I already spoke about the first one, which is the membership. So we need more members in our organization. For 100 years, we never had a challenge with membership because when we operate in the communities, Rotary was a place that people want, it was like a privilege to be a member of a Rotary Club. In the last 20 years, that's been diluted to a large extent. But that's not because of Rotary, but it's because of the way things have changed. Our entire lives have changed. The way we do things, how we do things, and why are we doing things? Everything has changed. Right? So it's now important for us to evolve along with this change, which means that we need to bring in new members, understand what is a priority for them, understand how they would like to relate, and do or give them things that they can resonate with. Now, that's the only way forward, my friends. The second part is that we want to be a $2.025 billion foundation by the year 2025. So I'll be talking about an endowment target. Not many people know that the Rotary Foundation is what supports a global project push by Rotary. It's the foundation which does that. It's almost literally like we all draw water from the same well. But that well has to be replenished on a regular basis. And who's been drawing water for a very long time? It's India, my friends. And who's been replenishing it for a very long time? It is the US, Canada, Europe. These are the countries who've been, replenishing this water, and we've been the ones who've been drawing it. And over the last 10 years, that has changed. Now, India has started replenishing the water in a big way. We went from being maybe $4-5 million giving country to last year we did about $30 million. But we're still way behind the Western contributions because they're still giving us about $190 million. So you can imagine the gap that exists. So this year we plan to give about $40 million from this country. But the best part is that we are still the largest receivers of the foundation's benevolence. So it's time that we also give. So I want eConnect to look at giving to the foundation as something that we need to do for the survival of our organization. We are much better off in terms of other foundations, but like I said, complacent attitude by Rotarians would erode the foundation's capacity to do more. So this is something that I want all of you all to seriously look at. And normally during GOVs, it's expected that some kind of an announcement is made for a contribution towards the foundation. So have you all thought about it? Or if you're still thinking about it, I leave that to you all. Probably I will talk to the president one-to-one on a call and we can discuss this. I don't want to do it now.
Sure.
Sorry, DG, just wanted to update that we have been a all-member giving club all these years. We always contribute around 2,000 on behalf of all our members. And we already have 2 PHFs, and I think one more PHF will happen before the end of this Rotary year.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good. So with the president who's in the US, I think we can do more.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to just understand how it can be done. So there are directed gifts. There are so many other ways of giving, which can also be crowdfunded through different channels. And it can be directly used for your own projects. So I will, that's why I said I'll do this one-to-one with the president and maybe one or two key members who, would be able to then take it to rest of the members in the club.
Sure.
Right? Because what I want to leave you all with is that anything that you wish to do going forward, look at it as something that would change or alter a landscape that is not so desirable at this point of time. Be it education, be it healthcare, be it empowering women, be it supporting girl child. So we have this wonderful project that is happening with empowering women. That is the e-auto rickshaw project, where we plan to give about 100 auto rickshaws to women. So we identified about 60 of them, and we are in the process of identifying and training another 40 now. So we have a CSR partner. I don't know if any of you all have had the opportunity to look at your mails. I sent a very detailed mail 2 days ago where I've explained this project in detail. So 50,000 rupees as a contribution will take care of one family, one woman being empowered to make a decent living, a dignified living, I would say, in today's terms, and she can, earn at least about 40,000 rupees after paying for an installment for her auto rickshaw. So we cover the down payment, we cover the training, we cover the licensing fees and everything. And then we give them an easy to pay installment so that she's got her skin in the game. So that way we are ensuring that she pays a little money every month, but she also has the opportunity to make a decent living, just working 12 hours a day or 10 hours a day. And we also are linking them to ride-hailing apps like Namayatri and Uber and all these people, so that they don't have to worry about getting rides. And the experience that we've had in the past many months is that most of them are earning anywhere between 40 to 50,000 rupees a month comfortably, which means that a donation of 50,000 rupees is not only taking care of just that lady's family, but probably preparing their children for the next generation. So it's a high impact project, and I want eConnect to be part of it. So you all can discuss internally and come back. Because I want to leave you all with a little story that I read some time back. Very interesting. Something that I never realized, till I read it. In the 1900s, there's a story of Dr. Rafiuddin Ahmed. Interestingly, dentistry at that point of time in India was still in the traditional methods. There's no qualified dentist, nor were there, institutions or any training or anything to do with the modern dentistry. Nothing existed. No infrastructure existed in India. So this man travels all the way in 1915. He travels all the way to the University of Iowa in the US. And by 1920, he graduates as a dental surgeon. But what is interesting is that he doesn't pursue a career in the US, which would have been the logical thing to do for him. He comes back to India, and then he wants to set up a training institution in India. And when he realizes nobody even understands what he's talking about, nobody even wishes to support something which he's proposing, he takes a very bold decision of selling his property and starting the first dental college. And that was the Calcutta Dental College with just 11 students. Friends, that one decision changed the face of dental education in the whole country. He's known as the father of Indian dentistry, but I'm telling you, I think 99% of the people in India would have forgotten about it.
Okay. Yeah.
I just read about it somewhere, so it was very interesting. I thought I should share it with you. But each and every one of y'all, you don't realize the impact that you're creating. And during the magic year of Rotary, I want to stress upon this, says whatever you're doing today, you may not realize it, but this will go a long way in changing somebody's life. Maybe the school that you're supporting would probably throw up some of the best students of the future. A little girl's health being restored would probably ensure that she and the family gets a better opportunity at life. Friends, please understand, you are the one who's creating magic in other people's lives. And this is of significance not only to you, but to Rotary as an organization. I'm saying this with a lot of conviction because every day I get to see these small acts of kindness. Every day I get to see people working, that is Rotarians and their families, working so hard, so passionately, just to make sure that somebody else lives better, learns better, and you're also empowering them to become productive citizens of the country. Friends, that's the magic that Stephanie Uchik spoke about when we began this year. And I'm so happy that eConnect continues to create magic in whatever they do. Thank you so much for your time, for organizing this governor's official visit. Thank you to Ashwini and KK and Srividya, all of them for being here this morning. I know Monday morning is a busy time for all of us, but it's a great experience. And I hope that your next meeting, when you all get together at some point, I get to meet each and every one of you all in person. Thank you so much, friends. Back to you all.
Thank you, DG, for those inspiring words. I'm sure we will take ahead all the good things that you spoke about us and plan accordingly with all your guidance. Now I request Subir to go ahead and say a vote of thanks, please.
Yeah, thank you, Gitanjali. So thank you, DG sir. Thank you very much for these inspiring words. And I would also like to thank you, KK sir, Ashwini ji, Shridhar ji. And we couldn't have the company of sir today because of the personal, what you call, sad demise. But we'll connect again. And in a few words, I would say that, there is a lot we learned today, more from your good inputs. And I think that will be something which we'll certainly chew upon and actually build further on that. And some of the pointers that you gave us gives us something to dream, something to actually, which we may not have really dwelt upon, like how we can make it as a product, take it to larger part. And I think, see, I agree with your point that there may be there may be so many other communities around the world who may be needing things much more than where we are today. So let us not be selfish about it. We should look beyond. So that is a key one of the takeaways for me, at least, that we certainly will discuss within our club and take inputs further. Okay. So thank you once again, and we'll certainly reach out to you for guidance in the remaining part of the year and beyond, of course. So thank you once again for sparing your precious time today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all.
Thank you, and all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you everyone for joining.
Thank you,
in.
everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Have a great day.